and stuff like that. And we're gonna kind of just go in and talk about, the happenings that you have, what you got going.
Get the mic, Eric, get the little mic covers for the nipples, please.
Also, make sure, as you can see on the screen.
Just move it in. Just move it in. It needs to be slid over.
What?
There. All right, we good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Do I need to put the headphones on?
Yeah, just so you can kind of get the full effect.
I think I'm gonna put Zoom on. I can just move.
Is Mike in on Zoom?
No. Only was gonna do it because the camera. I love the camera.
Shalom.
Oh shit! Hey Jack.
Shit.
Mind if you get Obi for me? Well then, if that's the case, then I'll just shoot.
That was classy.
Huh?
That was class.
We'll show you. This is the last day I gave one of the professionals a bottle of wine.
Yeah, he's down.
I'm gonna see Shelly again. I got him. I'm gonna see Shelly again, so I'll give her some. All right, we can go.
Let's do it.
Close the door.
Are we live? Facebook fam, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
We're getting started in the studio. Be ready.
Yes, sir. What's up, Facebook? Talk to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. Happy Monday, everybody. Courtside Radio. We are live. It is 6:30. We're here to give you all the updates on all the sports. We are live again in the new stew. It's your boy Bruce Courtside, and I'm going to kick it to the PG and get it started.
Hey, yes, sir, man. Mike Hill, the PG here, the one and only, the Magic Johnson of the show, to make sure this thing is showtime. Every time you guys tune in here to Courtside Radio, we got a very, very special episode for you today. Not one, but we got two guests, man. So we out here grinding, man, doing our things with my guys. Of course, Bruce, the one and only, is on the ones and twos, holding it down. I guess since you hold down the paint with you, Kareem. You Kareem, if I'm Magic. So all right, I got my Kareem next to me, and then of course Kurt Rambis, I guess you are my guy.
I want to end this real quick. Just call me Larry Bird. We'll keep it there.
Okay, our Larry Bird of the show. We got my guy. We got my guy Himes, of course, from the mean streets of Beverly Hills, and it really means mean these days. What's the deal, Himes?
Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful day here in rainy California, but we're back for another episode of Courtside Radio Live. Michael, let's keep this rolling, baby.
Hey, man, so we about to have so much fun. I hope y'all ready. And to our far left is my guy. We all know Mr. Newton, the scientist, but you guys got to meet our friend of the show, Mr. Newton, the actor, who you're going to see on a show that everybody has been waiting for. Maybe not Hines with him being a Celtic fan, but everybody in LA has been waiting for this series, the Showtime series. What's up, Newton, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
My brother, I'm so blessed, man. I'm happy to be here with you gentlemen.
No, yeah, man, we about to have so much fun. And then we also have my guy next to me, to the right of me, Obi, man, the founder and owner of Hidden Soul, a store that you have to know about. Fox Hills Mall, which we still call it Fox Hills. Y'all still call it Fox Hills over there?
Yeah, we got to call it Fox Hills.
So Fox Hills Mall, man. Make sure y'all go and tap in. But we're going to talk more about Hidden Soul and everything. Y'all know we talk our culture every Monday. But Newton, let's start off with you, man. What have you been up to? And, man, get the people prepared for this Showtime series that we're going to see in March, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
March of 2022. And, man, it's a surreal situation, man. It was Untitled Lakers Project for a minute.
Yep.
The name just got dropped about 4 days ago. And as you guys know, the teaser came out. And so now it's called officially Winning Time, The Rise of the Laker Dynasty.
Okay.
It's fire, man.
No, yeah, I had no idea the full name of it, but I know it's going to be great. Magic's one of my favorite players of all time. On that Showtime team, who's one of your favorite players?
Well, it's going to be Jim Jones because that's who I play.
Perfect.
That's who I play.
That's how you plug it, man.
But, I mean, that whole squad, man, Magic Johnson, he revolutionized the game of basketball, him and Larry Bird, of course. And I know we ain't going to talk too much about Bird. But, he was pivotal in that. And then you got Kareem, of course. That whole team from top to bottom, my player, he was later on in his career, my character, Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't realize this. He was the second player to leave college basketball early after Spencer Haywood.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Crazy little history nugget right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Obi, are you a Laker fan at all?
I'm a LeBron guy.
Oh, LeBron guy. Okay. You know of the Showtime Lakers, of course.
Yeah, I'm familiar. I actually, Magic I got a scholarship from him. I was one of the recipients.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So he has to be your favorite from the Showtime Lakers, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Did you draw inspiration from Magic being at Bird's retirement and wearing the Celtic shirt underneath with the green Laker logo up top? Because I love it.
Hey, look, so we got like there's a guy today I saw at the Fox Hills Mall, and he had on a whole Celtic everything.
Oh, boo.
Sweatshirt, little tearaway sweats, green and white Adidas. And I kind of asked, like, bro, you know where you at? You in LA?
You can't hate it, though. If he's going with the entire outfit.
I thought he was about to shit. I was about to pass him the ball.
You got the tight short shorts on, too?
I mean, he just had to sweat, so he probably breaking away.
Ooh.
Man, be ready to go. He better be safe. He in LA, man. Them enemy colors right there. That green and white, we don't like it, man. But yeah, Newton, any other projects and stuff that you got working on?
Yeah, so I got another project that's going to be coming up. I can't really disclose the network yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be a big deal, man. I'm going to be filming that because we're going into season 2 probably around in March or so once the season 1 comes out with the HBO series.
Okay.
But right after that, I'll be working on another project where I go from playing someone who's a troubled youth to a pastor.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'm the lead in that, and I'm very excited about that. And I got a ton of other stuff that's coming up I can't talk about yet.
Yeah.
But brother, it's gonna be like this.
Okay. Hey, that's
Baruch Hashem,
so-
man. It is.
Hey.
I mean, just to give you, going back to the Laker project, you got Pat Riley, who's
Mhm.
played by Adrian Brody. You got
Ooh, that's
Jason
a great
Segel.
pick.
Jason Segel, he plays Paul Westhead. You got Mike Epps, he plays Richard Pryor.
dope.
Wood Harris, Sally Fields is in there. It's super star-studded, man.
No, yeah. Shout out Wood Harris, man. But you got it, Bruce.
I was gonna say I know John C. Riley plays Buzz, Mr. Buzz.
Yes, he does.
And I know that Adam McKay did this as well. So apparently, like, Will Ferrell wanted to play this role. Now it's a little, it's a little bit tension, between. But that was just
Tension in the
hearsay.
family, huh?
But like, just to think of it, like John C. Riley or Will could have both played this part. So
And they both, man, would have been great either way.
like, it's just
look at
funny,
who that is.
especially those two coming
Yeah.
from the movies that they watch. I love Step Brothers, man. I watch Talladega Nights. I can probably quote almost every piece of that movie that they played in together. So I can't
Yeah.
wait to see John C. Riley. And like, when you see this cast, it's like so star-studded, but like it's like a huge mix
Yes, it
of
is.
like from different aspects of acting. It's just like this. I'm excited. As a Laker fan, I can't wait anyway. So let's
And
go.
our goal is just to do everybody justice, which I know we will. I think we've done a fantastic job. And I'm excited for people to see it, man. I mean, it was shot in film, so you can see the old school authenticity of it.
Okay.
So from the trailer, from the teaser. So it's going to be real nice, man.
Were you guys able to use the LA Forum at all?
We couldn't use the LA Forum per se, but we had a studio that was built similar to it.
Yeah.
So it literally the same feel. And brother, when I say it's authentic, it's authentic.
Was it at least filmed in LA?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be.
Oh,
everything great in LA. That's why you would probably never see a Celtic series because
I'm sorry.
nobody want to watch no Celtics.
I'm sorry, you can't have a Lakers series
no Larry
without
Bird.
mentioning.
Yeah. Hey, so of course we got our guy, man. E Money is here, Mr. What's Up himself. What's up, E?
Oh man.
What's up, world? Hey, I got one quick question for you, man. Did you guys recreate the Forum Club?
You know, man, let me just tell you something about the Forum. It's gonna be real nice when y'all see the show. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so there have been some legendary stories about the Forum Club. Did you guys recreate those as well?
You gotta watch the show.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Gotta watch the show.
I can't wait. Hey, so I just gotta ask, Obi, you been to a game in the Forum when it was going?
Yeah, I've been to the Forum a few times.
Yeah, I only went to one game in the Forum. I know I'm too young, born late 80s, but I only went to one game. Actually, two. I went to it was Magic's final season where he was like put on the weight and he was heavy. And then I went to it was young Kobe. I think it was like 98, 99. And I was able to watch him. Do you have a favorite moment of the Forum game you went to?
Honestly, not. Like I said, I'm not a Lakers guy.
Just LeBron, man.
I'm just rooting for him LeBron to get a ring, but at the same time, like I can't even lie to you, I don't care for the Lakers.
Oh,
I love
man,
it.
that's another one on the show.
I'm a diehard NBA fan.
Okay,
diehard, but I could care less about the Lakers.
Oh man, you got him on the wrong show, guys. Man,
I'm just being honest.
Hey, I love it.
If
I
you're
know
ever looking
everybody
to host
came
a show, we're looking to get rid of Michael, and we need someone else to balance
I
out
mean,
the cast.
like if y'all need somebody that's not biased or anything like that, I got you.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Thank
biased at all.
You know what I mean?
We're just gonna edit everything out that you said, and it's just gonna say, "I love the Lakers."
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just fucking with y'all, host. I'm a Laker fan, diehard.
Okay.
You notice I ain't say a
My-
word over here.
No, yeah, I know.
You
My
had me
favorite
I knew
player,
y'all was gonna edit it.
my favorite players,
Man.
fucking Sasha Vucic.
Oh,
That's what I do.
the
though.
machine.
I don't like no Lakers, man.
Man, that's
I don't
all
like
right.
the Lakers, bro.
It's all right. Not every. As long as you're not a Clipper fan, we good.
I like players on the Clippers. Like I like players on the Lakers. I like
Okay.
players on every team.
The individuals.
Yeah, I was more of a Rocket fan. when I
Oh,
was a
okay.
kid.
That's all. Oh,
Yeah.
the dream in them.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
born
yeah.
in Nigeria. Elijah was born in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I kind of like aligned myself with his team.
Yeah. I
Then
love
he was
that.
traded. So when they traded Olajuwon, they got Francis. I stayed.
Okay.
Then they traded Francis. So then that was it. I'm not loyal to no NBA team no more.
Yeah. Okay. I like
Okay.
it. Hey, that dream team, like with the Dream, the Jet, Vernon Maxwell, like the first year they won, Otis Thorpe. That team was an amazing team. But we gotta get to some modern day basketball. You know, that's why I got you guys here. So we're gonna start with you, Newton. We got Steph Curry. He's close. He might have broke it already. I don't know if we
Let's
can
check
find
the stat updates.
check the fact
He
on
had
that. But
3 left when I was in the
yeah,
car.
he had 3 left. So he's close to breaking this record. But you're hearing some people say that his on court, and I'm talking about on the court contribution, is the greatest since Michael Jordan. So that means that's excluding guys like Shaq, guys like Kobe, guys like LeBron. Do you agree with that?
You know something? I don't think it's the greatest, but it's a big contribution. It's because I look at it like this: he changed the game. He changed the scope of being that size and still being able to be consistent on a high level. Being that size, being able to create space, being able to shoot from so far off, and the consistency. So now you got a lot of kids that's their game. That's what they model in their game. And anybody that can make an impact where everybody else, the masses, model you, like Mike Jordan. People modeled him moving forward. We had all these hybrids of Mike. Kobe was the best to do it. I love him.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about how many people you affect, and I think he's done that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not gonna say it's the greatest since Mike, because you got a lot. You got LeBron. You got Kobe, of course.
Yeah,
those guys.
and even
were
people forget what Shaq did too. Like this big dude.
you got
was
Larry
playing-
Bird. You know.
Oh,
No,
man.
that's not what I'm waiting.
Larry Bird is all
I'm
right.
biting
But-
my tongue.
Obi,
we talking modern day though.
yeah, modern day. So Obi, what do you think has Steph Curry's impact with his shooting Is it the greatest contribution to the game? Because prior in the 80s, it wasn't really about high flyers, but it became that in a one-on-one guy because of Jordan.
Of course.
And you saw guys try to replicate it. The league has always had big. So when you had the Robinson, Olajuwon, Shaq, all of that, it was, it was just like we've seen this before. Then a lot of people say Kobe is Jordan 2.0. And some people say LeBron is kind of that. But you've never seen a guy like Steph Curry. This dude is about to break this three-point record with so many less games than Ray Allen, who
About
we
half,
all know.
almost half.
Which is crazy. So, Obi, what you think? Is his contribution on court the greatest since Michael Jordan, or would you put guys like LeBron and Kobe above him?
Greater than Kobe for sure.
Hey, don't be
know y'all don't like to
disrespectful.
hear
That's my
that.
guy, man, but you got it.
Greater than Kobe for sure. I put it on there with Shaq, LeBron, Mike on that level.
Okay.
Kobe like a greater individual player, but in terms of like their impact on the game, like Steph, he changed the whole game of basketball. Like he stretches your defense out from fucking the paint all the way to half court. So
No, facts.
it don't matter who he play with. That team is always gonna contend just based on how you got to defend them. So he definitely like he's up there with Mike, LeBron, and Shaq for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I like that because he changed the high school game. But Himes, you got it.
Look, I got muted on Bruce. Of course, the Celtic fan gets muted. No, Steph is by far the most influential player since Jordan. All right. I want to make that abundantly clear. He is the most influential player on the game.
On
the game as a whole. Think about it. Look, his influence on the three-point shooting, it goes without say. Look at what we're talking about, the record that he's about to break. On top of it, this is a guy that came into the era when we were starting to see the stretch 4, the stretch 5s, right? Mm-hmm. He only expedited the process for big men to become legitimate three-point threats. And we've seen the change from big, bulky, burly big men down in the post all the way down to the twig-thin guys that hang out outside the wing and just shoot threes consistently, right? He had an impact on that. He is one of the first few guys in the league to ever have a true green light, like you said, Obi, true green light from all over the court. And what has that done? He's influenced other players. Whether we want to say it or not, Damian Lillard falls into that category, right? Yeah. Whether we want to say it or not, Trae Young is a direct disciple or a clone copy of what Steph Curry does on the court most of the time, right? Mm-hmm. This is a guy that has forced NBA teams to alter their defenses to specifically cater around and isolate one in particular scorer on teams, as well as everyone else to put an emphasis on guarding the wing more so than ever. He's had that impact on the game. It might not be directly correlated to his shooting ability, but we can all say that Steph Curry changed the game both offensively, defensively, changed it into trick shots. Right? This is a guy that's getting videos taken of him pregame, halftime, and postgame taking ridiculous trick shots.
He clearly sold his soul, man. With this shot, this is making.
This is a guy that truly changed the NBA landscape as a whole. There is zero reason why Steph Curry isn't one of the top guys on a Mount Rushmore by the end of his career. Even current right now, he should be on everyone's Mount Rushmore for changing the game.
I'm gonna have a question for you guys, but Bruce, okay. I want to hear your take on this.
Curry, yeah. I would say yes, because like you said, he affected high school kids, like the babies is out here. Like everybody, when we were young, everybody wanted to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. We out here, we want to be like MJ. And I get it with the folks that, especially like the disciples of Kobe that we have in the league right now, like they literally run the league. If you look at like D-Book and Tatum and like all these Luka, even like dudes that he helped train, but like that was their guy coming up. Everybody felt a certain way about when Kobe passed, because like the generation we have now that are all dominating the league are disciples of Kobe. But then there's Steph, who like this random kid that's from the G League that just happened to get 3 minutes just pulling up from half court because he got that shot and has no accolades or anything. He's not even a top pick. Like all these guys want to be this kid, and he just showed you that like the size, basically fearless. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Work on your game, work on your shot. LeBron shooting from half court now. He wasn't shooting from half court before this kid got to the league, really.
He wasn't.
Nobody was really shooting from half court, like you said, especially with Dame and Trae. It's like, this is a regular thing now. Like all the, like the 3-pointer is just, there's so much emphasis on it.
I want to say y'all putting too much on Curry. You got to look at it like you forgetting Steve Kerr. So Kerr changed the way they play.
Yeah.
So like you look at it when they had Mark Jackson. Curry wasn't playing the way he was playing.
Yeah.
Clay wasn't playing the way he was playing. So that whole offense changed with all that pass and that read and react system that they got going on. Definitely. So you can't give Curry wasn't. He's not like isolating like Trey and just pulling up.
This is true.
And stuff like
Like,
that. Like he
Curry with the green light, like here, like
Curry's best skill is to me is his ability to move without the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
He
huge.
running.
That's fire.
So
I
he
think-
gets open. He creates shots. He creates offense.
Like
Him and
Reggie.
Clay.
Yeah.
That's the Warriors right there.
No,
Yeah, you
facts.
always have to have a guy following and paying attention
it's
to him.
hard. It's hard to play them because they keep moving.
No,
I think what we're getting at though with the green light is more about we talk about guys like Jordan and Kerr, right? They had the green light for the shot selection that they made, or because they were such dominant scorers that you were going to give them the ball regardless.
Mhm.
With these guys, green light to me now means at any given distance on the court, you have to respect their ability to knock it down.
And it was the green light that he created as far as 3-point shots. Like back in the day, if you shot 10 threes, like, bro, you shooting too many jump shots.
you're getting told to go to the bench.
Yeah.
Now guys are shooting, look at James Harden. You shoot like 23s in the game. You know what I'm saying?
It went from we were told that you had 1 or 2 good 3-point looks per game to being a guy where it's like if you have an open look
literally
or
shoot.
you have at least 3 feet of separation from your defender, you should take that shot. If not, you're going to the bench.
I got a question for you though.
Okay.
Do you think the league is better now than it was back in the day with that?
Oh man,
with the big style of play, you got to post
wait.
a true big.
Okay,
It's still a true big. The bigs are now able to display guard skill. It's still big.
Hey, so that
So
leads.
it's not like the same big can post up, but the rules have changed. So you could double a big before you get the ball.
Yeah.
You don't gotta. It's no illegal defense, nothing like that. So it's harder to get points per possession if you out there feeding the post all the time. It's an inefficient shot. Versus you get a 3, you getting 3 versus 2.
I
you
agree.
can take 3, 4 threes for it to equal the value of that one shot.
So this is a guy that I think that people don't give as much credit to because he's in the he came after like the Kobe LeBron era, and we talk about skilled bigs. The whole league is filled with them, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant might be the guy that we're overlooking because once he came into the league, and people are like, man, this 7-footer is taking you off the dribble. He's shooting the 3. He's playing like a guard. It made other bigs to where I coach at the high school level, where you get kids who may come in at 6'5" as a freshman, where they like, man, don't put me on the block. I want to dribble the ball, and that comes from Kevin Durant. So can you say that Kevin Durant had a greater, or at least a equal to contribution to the on-court game? Because we see that it all shifted. It was like, can you handle, as a big, it's like you have to be able to handle the rock. You have to shoot a 3. Who's really out there dominating on the post other than like Embiid?
It's different though.
Hold on, look, check this out. So we're talking about Lakers, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about Magic. Magic is a 6'9" guard.
No, yeah.
It ain't Magic playing a 5.
Yep.
Back in the day. So we've always had taller players dribble. Just when they coach back in the day, they'll say, okay, you're big. I want you closer to the basket.
Mhm.
And that's all we want you to do. So he probably could. I remember going to the Clipper game. I don't know if y'all remember Keith Kloss, right?
Keith Kloss,
Yeah.
freckle face.
So you see Keith Kloss before the game, he's shooting like Curry. You know what I mean? Like, and then when the game starts, he the coach, they'll put you where they're supposed to put you. So it's like the game has evolved.
Okay.
The rules have changed. You can't hang on bigs like before. You could. I mean, you couldn't just double team them like that. Like now, like
because remember you can guard bigs with the forearm. Yeah. Now it's like with a hand. I'm like, if you had to guard Shaq like that, he's breaking your wrist.
On the perimeter, in the rules. So like. You go perimeter defense, they take away hand checking. Right?
Yeah.
So you got freedom. Like a Curry can move around without
true.
You can't touch him. You touch him as a 5.
Yeah.
He get free. Big before you gotta play him head up. He can't get doubled until you touch the ball. Now he getting doubled before he
right away. That's why Embiid is like, I'm dribbling from the 3.
And your perimeter player just running around, you can't touch him.
Yeah.
But in a playoff though, look at Curry. In the playoffs, the numbers go down.
I agree.
Harder. The fouls are different. So,
I think you can isolate though the difference between what they both did. I think that Kevin Durant's impact and influence is more based off of helping aid the true progression of positionless basketball. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's really what his impact on the game is, emphasizing the ability of positionless basketball, having guys who are bigger, dribbling, handing ball responsibility. Like you see it with Embiid now with the 76ers. A lot of the time he's the guy that's ball dominant and setting up the offense or just taking it to the basket. Giannis even though, we all gave him crap about not playing like Shaq, should focus on being at the basket, adjusted, and then won a championship, right? I think that's where Durant's difference and Curry's difference is. I think Curry had he started and created the craze of the 3-point shot, whereas Kevin Durant aided in the progression of positionless basketball. And it only solidified it when they both played together, and you got to see how they were able to work off of each other.
Yeah.
Going back to Steph, I like the fact that, you know, back in the day, you had guys. I mean, I'm a little bit older, so I ain't gonna divulge my age, but
16, right?
I appreciate it.
25.
I appreciate that. So back in the day, you had guys who, you know, if you were a shooter, you were just a shooter. If you was a ball handler and the distributor, that's all you were. He kind of combined all those guys into one. He can move without the basketball and get open real nice. He can put the ball on the floor and create his own space and get a shot up. So he's able to do, I think he's a hybrid of a lot of different players in one now.
Yeah. Even though I think that
With Curry, right?
Yeah. Even though I think that Ray Allen was a guy that can do all of that too. But back then it was just taboo. You better not come to this game and shoot no 23s.
Yeah.
To where if you told Ray that he could shoot 23s, his numbers probably been much better.
Well,
if you would have
I
told
think
that,
everybody's numbers though.
No, yeah,
not everyone's. And look
Yeah,
at
the
Ray's
game
systems
changed.
that he got.
Yeah,
And look at what Ray was playing in. At first, he was the young athletic guy who was hitting jumpers and
He had
also
the ball in
dunking.
his hand.
Yeah,
he was the
Ray
ball
was
handler.
the primary creator at one time.
Yeah, from
and then-
Milwaukee.
And then you
Yeah,
end up in
Seattle.
Boston, and you're basically relegated to being the jump shooter or the 3-point specialist.
Right.
That's your job, right?
Right.
So, like,
But that's
the
just what
NBA
the young kids remember him as. Like for us, who was like much older, we remember Ray like breaking you down and dunking on you. You
Like
know what I'm
Talking
saying?
about
this.
Jesus shuttle.
Yeah.
See, I was about to say there are people that don't know that Jesus Shuttlesworth is actually Ray Allen. There
Hey,
are
but
people
let
that
me ask
don't
you
know
this. I
that.
got a question.
Okay.
How long do you think it would take Curry to break Reggie Miller's record if Reggie was able to play today? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, no.
The game has changed. So
Yeah.
Curry is the greatest shooter, of course.
No,
but
of all time.
he's not
yes.
breaking shit today if everybody played the same way before.
No,
you
yeah.
know?
Because
Yeah.
I think Reggie, like the same thing with Ray. Like if you would have told Reggie, bro, shoot 25 threes. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
He would have said
Numbers would've
green
been
light.
crazy.
And
New
in-
York
in
would have been
5
pissed.
years, in 5 years, there's going to be a player with that light.
No, yeah, true.
We'd have
So,
some-
25 threes.
Yeah.
And we'd have so many highlight videos of him knocking down 20 to 30 threes with Spike Lee in the background, pissed as hell.
Pissed off. So it's just crazy just how the game has grown. But remember, you know, fans, listeners, you guys can hit us up in the chat. Let us know, what do you think? Has Steph changed the game on court? You know, like no other. You know, since Jordan, is his contribution bigger than LeBron's, Kobe's,
100%.
KD's on the court? You guys let us know. But just to move it along, just to keep it, we're gonna actually talk to Celtics a little bit, man.
I knew this was coming. I knew
which
this was
is
coming.
crazy.
Wow.
But we got to talk about Jaylen Brown, who's out right now, and it just looks like it's not working over there. That is not going to happen. And then Ben Simmons. You kind of been hearing these two names thrown out there.
I don't like where this is going.
If you do a perfect swap,
Ugh.
would that be great for both parties? Because on my end, I think it would. You get Tatum, a guy. Ben Simmons wants to play point guard. You give him Ben Simmons to play that point, big guy that can kind of get out his way because he ain't trying to steal buckets the way that Jaylen Brown is on the wing. And then for Jaylen Brown, you go to Philly, they are a scoring wing away from really being a tough out. You know, they nearly got there with Jimmy Butler there.
Yeah.
But now you add in a Jaylen Brown where you can just swap. You keep Tyrese Maxey, all these guys. What do you think, Newton? Would that be a great trade for both teams?
I agree with you. I think it would be because you're giving both teams. I know he's going to disagree, but you're giving both teams exactly. You're giving both teams exactly what their need is,
Yes.
and that's the bottom line. You got to have the pieces together. If you got too many ball heavy guys who dominate the ball, and there's not a willingness for somebody to concede, it's going to be a problem.
Mhm.
You know, you got to have, even though it's still positionless basketball, everyone still needs to have. In fact, they need to know their role still
Facts.
for everybody to flourish.
Yeah.
my
Okay. I
opinion.
like that. Obi, what you think? Would that be a perfect move for both of these teams?
For Philly, yeah. For Boston, it wouldn't even make sense. I don't even understand it from Boston thinking.
No, I just say
Like,
that.
God, I love
for
this,
one,
man.
Like Brown,
So Ben is a bum now.
Brown,
I know what y'all saying.
no. See, Ben
He's
Simmons
just
is
garbage now.
no. That's the thing. I think y'all underrating Jaylen Brown. Like
Okay.
Jaylen Brown is you don't get rid of a wing that got 25 plus scoring and defense too. Like what are you trading him for?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like, what does Ben Simmons add for your team?
I
You
just
put
think-
Ben Simmons there with Marcus Smart. You got two players we don't got to guard in the playoffs.
That's real.
Hey, don't you dare say you agree with this man
He's
when
a
you
bum
literally
now,
said 3 minutes ago.
Ben
Oh
Simmons
yeah,
is
I
a
think
bum
that it's the
now.
perfect. I think it's the
No,
perfect
I
swap.
think that is perfect.
A good trade for Simmons is McCollum. That's a trade
McCollum?
that makes sense for both teams. Like
But
that
I
thing,
still
I thought
say
they got to be
Oh
over
my
with.
God.
Yeah, but if I'm Philly, I'm like, I want to try to get Jaylen Brown because
Nah, you can't
because-
the pieces. Like,
no, but I just think that you can go to Boston and say that's not working. Y'all not winning the championship with Brown and Tatum. Maybe if you do a guard wing, you can look at Tatum and Simmons like Pippen
there's
Jordan.
no package of Simmons and Brown that makes sense for Boston.
What if you
You're
have?
just regressing.
What if you do Simmons?
Give me
Tyrese
Joel
Maxey,
Embiid,
there's
and I'll trade you
Bro,
Jalen
okay,
Brown.
okay.
Don't
No,
be
he ain't worth
disrespectful.
that much.
Yeah, I know. Don't be disrespectful.
No,
add
you're
Maxey
trying to
the deal.
undervalue it.
Yeah, add Maxey,
Stop it.
Ben Simmons for like Brown and like Romeo Langford or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
That's
so if you
cool.
add Tyrese
But
Maxey,
we gotta remember, like Brown is a better player than Simmons. Like he's a much better player.
He's got a higher
Brown,
ceiling
Brown go to the
than Ben
playoff, give you
Simmons.
30 a game in a playoff in a series. Ben Simmons go to a series, he's not giving you 14 a game.
Michael, you ready for the stats? You ready
Like,
for all
you
the
got-
stats?
you got-
that's
be able to
crazy.
score in a
But you're
playoff.
talking about a top 5 defender, and he shoots jump shots in the summer. Eventually, he's gonna shoot them during the
All right,
fall
all
and
right,
spring.
let's end this.
You can't.
Who is in the top 3 of two-way players for the last 2 seasons? Jaylen Brown. Who is
So what do you
currently?
find-
And Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons, bro. What
Yeah,
you talking
but
about?
how many games is Ben Simmons actively playing and winning in
But who's
comparison
the
to
perennial
Jaylen Brown?
all-star?
Jaylen Brown.
No, it's not.
In
Not more than Ben
comparison,
Simmons.
top third best
Simmons,
player.
Simmons is a better, like, so for example, like if you, it depends on what type of team you got. Like Simmons could be like your engine, like he could be your primary creator.
And that's
but-
what he would be with Boston.
But
That's what he would be.
And you can't
All right.
regress from Jaylen Brown.
All right, here we go.
That's criminal right
For,
there.
for Philadelphia, it makes complete sense. They
Yeah,
get a
for Philly,
wing.
of course.
They have a wing to pair with Embiid. They have
Yeah.
one of the best two-way players that they added that system, and you can make a comparison that's a la similar to like Jaylen Brown being the Chris Middleton to Embiid's Giannis. You can make that comparison for the system, right? Makes sense for them. For the Celtics, it makes more sense to utilize Jaylen Brown to go after a scoring point guard, someone that can facilitate, but also can take the load off of one Jason Tatum when shots are rough, and also when they have the mismatches, and also give more emphasis to the guys like Robert Williams, Al Horford, the big men on the Celtics, which what has Damian Lillard done? He's had Yusuf Nurkic. He's able to build these good relationships with their bigs and create a lot of
Brown
shots.
for Lillard.
Brown, that's what I'm
See,
going
that
with.
sound like
They
that
ain't
sound
giving
like
up Lillard.
that sound
Brown.
crazy.
Yeah, they're not doing
Are
that.
you
not-
joking?
that
You
sounded
add
crazy as
pieces, it
Brown for
makes more
Simmons.
sense. Not a chance.
No,
Brown
but-
for Simmons makes zero sense for me. Also, for one big reason that
Just
no
like
one's
for
taking
Portland,
account for.
For Portland, that Brown for Lillard makes sense. It doesn't make sense for Portland.
No, you add pieces. What
gotta-
I'm getting at
if
is you
you're the
add
Blazers.
pieces.
You trading everybody except for Dame.
All right. Well, that being said, the main point of what I'm trying to get at here, right,
Let me hear
is
it.
that Brown for Lillard makes more sense than Simmons for the way the Celtics
Oh,
are
yeah.
constructed, and also for the one reason that no one at this table has mentioned and is the main point of this. Brad Stevens is intentionally getting money off the books, not just next season, but the following season. Ben Simmons' contract is still 4 more seasons, and that's $30 million strapped to the Celtics cap at that point. We can't take him in unless we
But
get rid of
Jaylen.
No. Wait,
Brown.
You want the math? You want the math so you understand how this
Yeah.
works, right? Al Horford would have to go. You'd have to get rid of Marcus Smart. You'd have to get rid of Jaylen Brown, all 3 of those guys,
Okay.
just to have Ben Simmons on the Celtics roster and stay within the current cap range that we're at. And we're already over $5 million.
Okay.
So it makes zero sense contractually for them to go after Ben Simmons as well as next season.
Nah, you pay. You pay the tax. You getting a player like Ben Simmons, it changes everything.
The
What's a
Celtics
player
owners
like-
have actively said that they
Yes,
are trying
I
to get under the
understand,
cap,
but
and they've been doing it for the last 3
What's
seasons.
a player
say
like
that
Ben Simmons?
until a player
It's an investment.
falls in. I get what you're saying. Like he had a horrible last season and it wasn't good in the playoffs.
No.
for
He's
him.
a great player. That's the
But-
thing. Like
but
I'm not
Ben-
gonna say he's
I
not.
think Ben is going to be really good when he comes back. We've
For another
seen him
team.
dominate
Until-
games without Embiid. Ben Simmons can give you 30 points,
You know why,
10
though?
assists, and 10 rebounds regularly. Like
I'm excited to see him do it on a team like the
And he-
Orlando
and
Magic,
he
where
is
I don't
like
have
one
to
of-
deal with this nonsense anymore.
And he is one of the best defenders in the league that we've seen, especially that, like I'm going to say a couple years ago, he was just
Last year.
a terror. He just a terror. Nobody wanted to deal with it. You don't, but if the players can't be where they are, Jaylen Brown got to go. If you want to play for the Celtics, you got to go.
We don't have an issue with that. What I'm getting at is it contractually and financially does not
You're
add
not
up for the
gonna-
Celtics.
But so you're going to dump Jaylen Brown for nothing?
No, you make another move that actually adds up. Damian Lillard's contract extension goes in after.
You're not getting Dame.
You
That's
hear
not
what I'm
even gonna
saying?
happen, though.
No,
Dame is not
I'm
going
giving
to
you the
Portland.
comparison so you understand. Contractually speaking, it's not adding up.
No, I get the contract, but it's like
So who else is
Who's
going to
good-
take Al
there's no-
Horford? Who's going to
nobody's
take
gonna-
Marcus Smart?
nobody's
Who's going to
going
take
to the
Jaylen Brown in a
Celtics.
3-team
You
trade?
have to figure out how to just keep a relevant team at this point.
I get it, but what I'm
nobody's
saying is
going
for
there.
that
You're
trade
gonna
to
lose
work,
Tatum.
for that trade to work, right? You have to get rid of
That's a
X,
good
Y, and
point
Z.
right
To the
there.
Lakers.
Give me some actual team that's willing to take all three of those guys.
But the reason why I would say, I think that, of course, Ben Simmons left a bad taste in our mouths because we saw what
Pause.
he did. Yeah. But what he did in the playoffs. But he's a career 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He could have been the defensive player of the year last year. And we're just waiting for him to show that summer shot and put it in the fall and spring. But he's a 3-time All-Star. He was an All-NBA guy, 2-time All-Defense, Rookie of the Year.
I'm pretty sure I have
he's-
texts from you for the last 3 years saying, "Oh, he's going to make that jumper that he was making in the summer in the season."
Hey, but
Same text.
I believe in him too. I believe in him.
Yeah, I've
I
never
believe it.
seen a guy show you in the summer, I can shoot, then come to the game and don't shoot.
See, that's the thing. For me, it's not even the shooting. It's
Mentality.
he doesn't even try to do anything.
Yes.
Because he's scared to shoot free throws.
No, yeah,
So
facts.
he takes
He got that
himself-
LeBron syndrome.
No, he don't.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Don't do that. As a Celtic fan, you know better.
As a Celtic fan, I should know
better.
best, man. I
as
saw it in Cleveland. I
As a
know.
Celtic fan, you should know better.
The Miami days.
He done sent you home too many times. You
Look,
know
game
better,
7
man.
against the old ass Celtics. Congratulations, 2
When's
years
the
in a row.
what the furthest y'all got the last time? What's the furthest y'all got? I think
Eastern
Eastern
Conference.
Conference Finals, right?
Who they lose
And
to?
y'all was up, right? And it was LeBron, Rodney Hood, and a gang of bums, right?
Which year? Which year we
Sent
talking
you
about?
home, right?
No, which year? Which year?
The most success you guys have had recently, you went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh yeah,
Tatum-
without Al Horford, without Kyrie, without 3 starters, and we were playing against LeBron James, and we were 10 minutes away from an NBA Finals on the back of a rookie named Jason
They already
Tatum
got
and
swept just
LeBron
like
James.
So let me ask you. So,
7 games.
So he ended your season, right? He
7
ended it.
games to a
He
rookie.
ended your season.
7 games to a rookie.
Since then, it ain't been the same.
7 games to a
So,
rookie.
so the best time y'all have had is that rookie season a long time ago. Since Brian has destructed your whole team, and
Y'all
nothing
still
good
on
has happened.
rebuilding over
And
there,
then-
though.
Hold on,
We
go back
sent
to-
LeBron
go back
away
to-
from Cleveland to Miami.
no,
Don't
for
forget
15
that.
years.
Right.
For a minute.
And see, that's the thing. You sent him to Miami, right? And
Mhm.
he just ended your whole franchise.
That's
Since
insane.
Miami,
Congratulations
since LeBron
on
has
beating
gone,
the old geriatric Celtics.
Man, they
the
beat him.
Celtics are
I
irrelevant
don't
now.
wanna
There's
hear
no more
that.
Danny Ainge. There's no more Brad Stevens. The Celtics, as you
Wait,
know,
on the
no more Brad
sideline. On the
Stevens.
sideline.
Okay.
done, man.
He's not on the sideline, but yeah, man.
Brad Stevens sideline.
You need to pick a
front
team so I can
office.
start trashing
Yeah.
your team now, man. Damn.
I just like players,
You're
man.
de facto,
No,
you're
yeah.
the
See
de
that?
facto Timberwolves
You see that
fan.
bit? I'm a big Anthony Edwards guy.
Oh, that's
too.
why.
Okay.
No one on this
I-
panel
I
hates
like
Anthony
that.
Edwards.
That's
We
why.
always got Edwards.
Ant-Man is crazy. But yeah, man, I'm just hoping that Ben Simmons can play basketball because we want to see if he can take that step. He's still really young.
Great player.
Are you
Yeah,
hiding that
great
soul
player.
to prevent me from actually seeing the kind man? Because all I'm getting is the hate right now. It's that hidden soul right now.
No, it's not hate. It's
No.
just facts.
I'm a look. I love Tatum.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, one of my favorite players.
No,
So that-
James can hoop.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Ben Simmons is one of my favorite players. So like those two
Where's the
players, I
butt?
watched them closely.
Yeah.
And this just you can't trade Ben. You can't if you're the Celtics, you don't get Ben Simmons for Jaylen Brown. That's
So you
crazy.
think he's a bum, huh?
Not that's the thing. He's not a bum. Just I think y'all underrating Jaylen Brown. That's what I think y'all doing.
Hey, man.
Jaylen Brown is
Yeah.
he's a great player.
Jalen's a hell of a player. Tatum's
Great.
a hell of a player, but I think they got to be apart from each other. Hey, but it's Courtside Radio, man. Mike Hill, the PG, Bruce, Courtside, our guy Hines from the mean streets of Beverly Hills, with our very special guest, man, our guy Newton to the left of me, and my guy Obi in the building, man. So,
The meanest man
Bruce,
I've
I
ever
hope
met.
you're ready, man. I hope you got your team ready to go because it's that time for Bruce's Team of the Week. Take it away, Bruce.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if this was the same team from last week,
Let's hear it.
but it's the Cavs.
Oh, wow.
8-2 over their last
Is
10.
Brian still over there?
It's the way
They
it's
playing
looking.
like it.
Man, like 8-2 over their last 10. They have the couple games they lose. They're very close game. They lost to the Bucks recently, and
Played
some.
well that game.
Yeah, but like I mean, the teams are losing to Nets, Warriors. Guys that are like really there. But everybody else, they beat Miami today. They're just kind of smacking these dudes around, and these 3 bigs you got are like just dominating the game, and no one can do anything with it. Lauri Markkanen, Mobley, the rookie, is playing out of this world.
He's a beast.
For him to be that young, little tiny dude, and they're like, oh, I don't know. I remember when he got drafted, they were like, oh, I don't know. He's a little skinny. I'm not sure. He can shoot the three. He's defending the rim. And you got Jared Allen, who is balling right now. He's averaging at least 10 and 10, but he's had like a 30-point game recently.
Yeah, I think he had like 18 again.
Man,
Yeah.
the Cavs are like really here. And I know that they still have some things that they need to do. Colin Sexton's kind of in and out. Darius Garland's been playing well as they have a guard that can shoot. They got like Chetty in them, but they need a couple more pieces, like a solidified scorer, or develop one of these guys on the squad. But they are literally on the come up. I don't think this is a fluke. Like the three bigs they have defensively, I don't think it's a fluke to have that size and like to figure it out, especially when you have bigs that can still stretch the floor, but they can defend. So like,
see, that's the thing. When you say it's three big, they got two big that can shoot. Yeah. So it's not so they're tall.
Yeah.
But where they beat you is defensively. It's hard to get anything against that team with Allen, Mobley, and Markkanen. So you can't,
so long.
and then they bring Love off the bench. That's another big that shoots.
True.
So it's hard to if you can't stop their basic action, like just basic Garland and Allen pick and roll, then you're just gonna be in for a long night.
No, they've gotten incrementally better since Colin Sexton's injury, and that should tell you exactly where Sexton's going to go. No, statistically speaking, their team has less turnovers. We talked about it actually
Sexton
a couple weeks
underrated.
ago. No, Sexton is underrated, but at the same breath, statistically speaking, he was taking away from what the offense could be.
You know what they do with him next year, though. So next year they bring Sexton off the bench. Like they use him. His contract is gone. So whatever contract he was. They're trying to figure out whether to pay him. They're not going to pay him now with the injury. So you bring him off the bench, he's a sixth man. You got to hope Okoro take that leap as a scorer. Okoro's your 2. Markkanen's your 3. Mobley your 4.
So you play Sexton in that.
Keep Rubio there. You need that point guard off the bench to handle the ball, and Sexton can be the dog. Honestly, he likes to score the ball. You
just give it to Sexton off the bench. Rubio gone.
No,
so let Sexton run the backup lineup with Sexton and Chetty and those guys. Go from there.
I talked to Jim Jones, who I play. He's a color commentary for the Cavs.
Oh, okay.
And so we talk about this all the time, man. And just that key group of guys, man, and they're buying in over there.
Yeah,
they're buying in, man.
You can tell
scary,
they went from a laughing stock basically last year to like. Oh, you don't want to play the Cavs?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the Lakers play the Cavs. We gonna look
like you look at Garland's leap and Mobley. Like Mobley is special.
Garland got to figure out how to stay healthy. If he can turn a corner and get his health in order. The kid's been balling. Like they got the pieces out there. Like deep too. They filling up the bench. They're like maybe a piece away or just development at this point.
A piece from doing what though? Like.
Just competing in the East the way the East been. The Hornets was like top 4 last season.
They're not going to be
too far from competing.
Yeah. They're not going to be.
You got to look at it. Like,
Nets, Milwaukee.
Kyrie about to get his
We're talking about in a few years. Kyrie coming back in a few years. These teams are going to regress.
So that's the thing. In a few years, but that's the thing. In a few years, right? You got to decide whether you're going to pay Garland. You got to pay Mobley. So the team you got now,
because no free agents going to Cleveland.
That team is going to break up.
There's pieces that are going to go.
Evan Mobley going somewhere special.
I think they can figure out the core because a lot of dudes they're not going to be able to get the contracts anywhere else. They're not going to be able to they can go into the cap. Cleveland's likely not going to go into the cap too much. But I think they have a good window of time where they just busting people in the mouth just because.
And
I like them.
They one of those just gritty teams you don't want to see, like the Grizzlies. You don't want to see the Grizzlies.
They're
right
surprising everybody. 17-12. They got the win today versus Miami, 105-94. So shout out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I never thought I'd be saying their name at all this year.
Miami was healthy.
But Miami's not healthy. They're without Bam, so it's tough.
But Butler played though?
Huh?
Butler
played. Yeah.
No,
he's out too.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay. So the win's not that impressive.
Yeah, but still, a win is a win, especially for Cleveland.
Dub is a dub.
Yeah, dub is a dub. So shout out, man, my guy Bruce, with this week's Bruce's Team of the Week, man. Hey, Courtside Radio, we here. So much fun. Y'all know we love to talk our hoops, but we have to tap into the culture as well. And I got my guy to the right of me, my guy Obi, the founder owner of Hidden Soul.
And we collectively kind of like it just happened.
Oh,
I don't want to take sole credit for finding.
All right.
I got boys that
Perfect. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. So tell me about the idea of your company Hidden Soul, and how your boys were able to come up with the brand.
So a couple years ago, I think 2016, we had a spot on Melrose, and we were renting it out. And my younger brother, his best friend, they were sneakerheads, and they wanted to rent out the shop on Melrose, and they were gonna do like they had some people in the little shoe groups, and everybody come sell their shoes, they set up or whatever. And that was the day I kind of got introduced to the whole sneaker culture. I was like, okay, yeah, this looked kind of profitable. And then I watched a video on YouTube, and it was explaining how like resale market is
it's crazy
behind Nike, only behind Nike in America.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, there's money in this. So at that time, I started picking everybody's brain, and we kind of just collectively over a couple of years, we were selling shoes out my garage. I was stacking them in my daughter's room, and then we ended up opening a store in Carson 2017. We had about, I think we opened with like 40, 50 pairs of shoes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we just opened, and then we was paying rent off t-shirts. Like we was charging $20 for Hidden Soul t-shirts, and everybody buying it. And then after a while, like we just kept growing. We opened a store in 2019 in the Lakewood Mall. And we kept growing. 2021, we opened up in the Fox Hills Mall. Mm-hmm. So like now we just trying. We keep growing. And then eventually, hopefully Foot Locker or something like that. We could be one of those, So.
Hey, that's a great goal to have, man. But if you haven't been, make sure you so tell the people what malls can you find the stores in?
So we're located in the Fox Hills Mall and Lakewood Mall. So we're pretty much like most, I guess, consignment shop. We buy, trade, sell.
Okay.
So our store's a little different than like our competitors. Like, I mean, if you follow us on Instagram at Hidden Soul Fox Hills, you can kind of get an idea of like who we are, what we do, like why you should buy shoes from us versus the competitors. So we do a lot, and we make it fun, and we emphasize a lot of community service. So we got a toy drive coming up with I think it's December 18th.
Okay.
Toys to Remember. So it's a block party off where Nifty had the Vector, what's that thing called? 40 off of Crenshaw and 40 something like that.
Okay, yeah.
That's where the block party's gonna be. We did a backpack drive. We do a lot. We try to. So we give away a lot of free shoes and things like that. So
lit, man. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have, this is our guy Bruce. He's the sneaker head on the show. Every Thursday we do our drop. He does the drops of the week where he talks about the shoes. And I noticed at y'all store all the shoes we miss out on. Y'all be having.
We get everything early. So like my boy there. I mean, like I saw. It's crazy because people be like, man, when this come out. And they like, man, those drop this weekend. I don't even know when the real release date. Sorry, cause
hold all 13s for me.
See, that's the thing. Hey, it's funny because I got a lot of boys that always ask me for the size 13, size 14, and a lot of times I may get one pair, and as soon as I come into the store, I see that shit on the wall. I'm gonna take it home. So a lot of the 13s, 14s, I keep. Like if we only get 1-2 pairs, but we get a lot. We got a lot of shoes, so we pretty much can supply everybody. But I mean,
that's what's up. I know y'all got my side for sure, so I'm good.
So the listeners want to know, all our courtside listeners want to know if they come to the shop and say they courtside radio listeners, will they get a discount?
I'm gonna take $50 off.
Okay,
man. Hey, y'all hear that first?
Every purchase, $50 off.
Y'all hear
that first, man. $50 off.
Now wait a second. Does that apply? So if I come in and I buy one pair, can I go out the store 1 minute and come back and buy another and get $50 off?
No. So what happened? Like, let's say for each shoe, you can buy the whole store. I'm gonna take 50 off every shoe.
Oh,
so just $50 off whatever you're trying to buy.
I'm looking for the Nike.
Just mention you guys here, and I'll take care of it.
Okay. I've been on Bruce for the last 3 weeks for the Nike Gundam unicorns, the black ones.
Yeah, we've been had those.
Oh my God!
Man. He said that's nothing.
That's nothing. Hey, so a question. We're gonna go around the table with. We'll start with you, Obi. What's your favorite shoe?
So I used to just wear slides, honestly, like just Nike slides for years, and then when we opened the store in the Fox Hills Mall, there's just a lot of people coming in. I was like, I think I gotta wear shoes. So I'm not even like a sneaker guy. Like I kind of we hire a lot of young people, and I kind of see what gets them excited. if they get excited about something, I'm like, okay, I might as well wear it. And then when I wear it, it's like self promotion. So
Okay. No, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I love it. Newton, what's your favorite shoe, man, of all time?
Jordan 11s.
Ooh.
All day.
Okay.
I hooped in them. That's just I
That's
got
too heavy though. How you do that?
Jordan 11s.
That's why I think Jordan the GOAT. I always been a LeBron guy, a LeBron guy, but I mean,
This shoe's heavy, man.
heavy
I
as
see,
hell.
I see pictures of him hooping in them shoes. I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga was the best.
I love the Kobe shoes because they so light to hoop in.
Right.
But yeah, 11s. But what's your favorite 11?
I like them. What's them joints?
The Space Jams.
Nah,
Probably the
72
playoff bread.
Yes.
Probably the
Bread.
bread ones or
Oh,
the
the
Concords.
the Concords. Those
Okay.
the ones.
Clean, classic.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
them 10s too, though. But the 11s, they
11. All right, Hans. What's your? I don't know this answer. What's your favorite shoe?
I love the
PF
bread.
Flyers.
Chill, bro. Man, next thing you're gonna tell me is my favorite shoe is the Wallabies. No, get the hell out of
Might
here.
be. Yeah, Wallabies is fine.
I love the breads, and I also love the
11s.
Yes,
Okay.
and I love probably my favorite shoe that I wear seldomly, but my favorite shoe would be the SB Janowski Digiflorals, the original print, the first line,
Okay.
where it's the camo with the Digifloral flowers.
those fire.
Yeah, fire. Bruce, what you got for us, man?
Cherry 12s, Jordan 12s, a cherry white and red pair. Favorite.
Mm.
That's it.
I
That's
think
the
we got a
joint.
couple of those left.
Don't play with me, man. Don't play with me, man.
I ain't lying, we got a couple.
Chill,
I'm
man.
trying to get them for you.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I got 30. I know we got a couple of them though.
I'm a 13
Okay.
now, like so. It's always been hard for me to get shoes, and there was a phase recently where 13s were like easier to get. The price went down, the resale went, and then all of us one day I wake up, I'm like, everybody wear 13s now. Like,
You
what the
can't
hell's
find
going
them
on?
nowhere.
No, like, and then the resale price is usually like one of the highest price. I'm like, come on, I cannot catch a dub for nothing. If you ain't plugged, you screwed.
Yeah.
Like how you mentioned the retail. So like our store, everything we own, we buy it from the customer. So you bring a shoe in, I buy it from you. So you come in, you negotiate.
And I do that. Like
So it'd be confusing to a lot of customers. They come in for the first time, like, oh, why your prices like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, cause you sold it to me like that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
I had to buy it from
like,
you.
I'm not like if I buy a pair of the Cool Grade 11s, if I buy a pair for $150, I'm not gonna charge you $500. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make my little profit. I'm gonna charge probably $250.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Smart, yeah. Business.
But if I'm buying them at $400, like they come to the store all weekend since they've been released. And
you get them every day.
Yeah.
And they want it, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. But then when I charge $500, they're like, I don't go here. They just be taxing.
Nah,
Like, bro, I'm buying
but
from
that's
you.
how it is. Look at what, like I tell people when they was like, hey, bro, you heard about Hidden Soul? I'm like, oh yeah, man. They got everything you need. I'm like, you can go to the store where you know you gonna have it, or you can go online to where you don't know what they're gonna send you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be that way. You might order a shoe, pay your $500. Now you wait.
I've been in your store many a times, and you always have my 13.
I've seen you a few times.
Yeah, I used to slide in that Lakewood all the time. I worked at LG at the Long Beach airport, so like on my lunch or whatever, I go to the mall and I'm up in there. And I remember y'all first opened up.
It's crazy. I fly out to the Raider game every weekend, right?
You be wasting your money, huh?
It's time to go.
No, we can stop him out. I'm with you.
I was just telling a friend. Oh shit! Look at this.
You know what it is, baby. 48.9.
He got a Chief jacket on.
48.9.
We're gonna get him a Panthers jacket.
Y'all should have told me before I sat down, man.
Remember I said we were looking for a new host?
Yeah,
Exhibit A.
Let me.
Hey,
I can't believe this. Is
yeah,
this a
y'all
prank?
like great. No,
Is this a prank?
this is real life, man.
It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, So don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now. It's that time of year, so don't forget to get your TGN holiday merch. Available now.